Well, before I start, I just want to say thank you to Bart. Our rivalry was very well documented. And all back then, it was Bart and Zerg. And Bart and Zerg were a team. And Bart and Zerg had put so much into the sport of gymnastics and had given back so much to the sport of gymnastics. It's amazing, and they just keep on giving. And this event, you know, Bart and Zerg pull money out of their own pockets and make these kinds of things happen. When I heard about the Hall of Fame, and I want to thank them for that, and thank Mr. Zerg for that. They do a lot of unselfish things for gymnastics. Bart used to be my idol. Bart, when he came up, he was the best. Nobody could beat Bart. Bart was the cream of the crop, perfect technique. He could swing like nobody even thought about swinging. And I remember trying to imitate things that he did. He would flare his arm out on a high bar and pirouette, and I'd run home and flare my arm out on pirouettes. I tried to copy him as much as I could. But I want to start by saying thank you to a number of people in this room. First, I want to start with my high school coach, Don Gutzler. John, please stand up. Don started the program at Miami Central back in 1970. He was actually paid to not start the program, and he decided he wanted to start a program. I started gymnastics with him at 14 years old. I tried all the other traditional high school sports, football, basketball, and baseball, but at 14 I was 4'9" and I weighed 77 pounds. So I wasn't really good at any of those other sports. And I had seen gymnastics. I saw this guy at Miami-Dade Junior College swinging around the high bar one day, and I thought, wow, that looks great. That looks like something I could do. It was a little guy too. And I thought, man, I might be able to do that. So sure enough, the next week we go to school, and Don Gutzler says, anybody that wants to join the gymnastics team, I'm going to start a gymnastics team, just come on in after practice, and we're going to start a gymnastics team. So I went out for the team and made the team. There are a lot of other stories about that, but I'll just move on. I made the team and felt success right from the beginning. Man, this little guy all of a sudden felt big. I felt 6 foot tall, and I just worked at it and worked at it, and I thought, this is the greatest sport of all. And I started competing. In my first year, I made it to the Junior Olympic Championships, which that was incredible. But I was 3rd place going into the Junior Olympics. The first 2 place guys couldn't go, so I went. And in that competition, I placed dead last. But instead of going back and being really depressed and upset about my defeat, I went back and I worked really, really hard. And I said, I'm going to win this event one day. The next year, I went back and I trained really hard all summer long. The next year, I went back and I placed 4th. Now my dream became this reality. I thought, wow, I really can win this competition. So I went back again and I trained real hard, real hard that summer. 2 times a day I was training. And I went back the next year, and sure enough, I won. I won the Junior Olympics. I stood up there, and I was the best in the whole country. What a feeling. Talk about feeling like a big guy. Again, this is what motivated me as this little guy in the sport of gymnastics. My success motivated me. So what did I do? I got cocky. I went back to my school, told all my teammates, hey guys, I just won. I'm the best in the United States. That year I didn't train. I just went back and tried to go to the Junior Olympics again, and sure enough, Bart beat me in that one. And I didn't have many scholarships going into college, and I didn't have any money at all. And I remember I wanted to go to SIU, where my coach went. Don went to SIU, and I called up Mr. Meade, and I said, we said that we were interested in the university, and he said, well, I'm not real interested, but I do have a partial scholarship that I could give Kurt. And Don said, no, you're worth a full scholarship, so we're going to sit back and wait. And I didn't have anybody. Nobody wanted me. I think Cornell wanted me, and there's no way I could have gotten into Cornell. In high school, I did gymnastics. So anyway, I moved from there, and all of a sudden, this Miami-Dade Junior College gymnast said, there's a coach out at Indiana State who wants a pommel horse man, and he's interested in me, but he said he'd fly you out too. I thought, oh my gosh, he's going to fly me out to see the university? And he said, yeah, he's going to fly us both out, and he wants a pommel horse man. This guy happened to be a pommel horse man, so I was wondering what why he was recommending me. But anyway, Roger Council flew us both out, and it happened to be the most beautiful day in the history of Terre Haute, Indiana. I went out to the quad, and it was 73 degrees, and people were throwing frisbees. I signed up for school, and it snowed for 365 days. It was great for me, though, because I really could concentrate on my gymnastics. But in college, Bart and I made our first international team together in 1975. We made the Pan American Games, and that year, for the first time, we beat the Cubans, and we won the team gold medal. Thanks to Bart and I. And then in 1976, it was time for the Olympic trials, and I remember talking to my mom, and I won the championships of the year, the championships of the USA that year, and I was really worried that I wasn't going to make the Olympic team. And my mom would say, Kurt, come on, you won the championships. All you have to do is go in and do what you did, and I was very nervous about it. And she goes, just do what you know how to do. I went into the meet, and up until the day of the meet, I did not know if I was going to make the Olympic team. And that year, I won the Olympic trials, and I made the Olympic team, and Bart and I went over there, pretty much inexperienced internationally in Montreal. We did our best. But then, in 1977, I decided to redshirt college. I decided to take off a year of school, not school, but training and competing for the school that year. And I remember sitting down with Mr. Bear, and at that time, back when you won the championships of the USA, you could basically pick your meets and pick and choose where you wanted to go. And so we strategically, Roger Council and Frank Bear and I, sat down and we sort of selected different international meets for me to go to that year so I could try to develop an international name.